How's it going? Welcome back to the Redbeard Outdoors podcast. I'm Jonathan, your host, and here at Redbeard Outdoors, I talk about faith, family, fitness, and the outdoors. I love to talk gear with you guys, like today being Tuesday. We're going to do a gear review or Tinkering Tuesday. Sometimes it's going to deal with mindset. Right now, we're gear heavy because we're, either coming up on your season or in the middle of your season. You may be needing some last minute gear items, and I just want to go over some things that I use personally that I have used. That's what I would consider a review, is something that I have used. And then there's other times where I'll give you maybe first impressions or my ideas on it, but I'll let you know that, of course, I don't want you to think that maybe I've used it for months at a time when I may have just gotten it and just barely have had a chance to use it for a shorter period of time. So, with that being said, Tuesdays are Tinkering Tuesdays. And then we have Saturday conversations with some amazing individuals, guys. I can't even tell you how blessed I am to have had these conversations. I look back, this is going to be over 250 episodes. And wow, all the conversations I've been able to have just been outstanding. Everything from experts in certain fields to people that are like you and me. Well, maybe you're an expert, but like me, who is just as green as this shirt at hunting and archery and things that I'm just passionate about, but I want to talk to you about so you can be on this journey with me. The people that I have conversations with, guys, they blow my mind with information, and I love being able to share that with you. So, with that being said, today I want to give a shout out to a couple of recent partners of the show. Stuff that, again, guys, I want to reiterate to you, whenever you need something for outdoors equipment, I can't promise that I'll have a discount for you, but partners that I do work with, that is part of my deal with them, is I want to make sure that I'm giving you discounts so that you can go in, and sometimes it can support me by giving me a kickback, and sometimes it's just simply, I believe in this gear and I want you to get the best price for it, and I don't get anything for it. So either way, that's one way you can support the show. Another way, guys, if you get something from this video, subscribe. If you're listening, go follow, leave a review. It helps more than you know. If you're tight on your finances right now, I 100% understand that. If you're not able to support monetarily, go leave a review. Even if it's just one word and 5 stars, it helps more than you know. And then if you're watching on YouTube, definitely subscribe. Leave a comment. Any questions, I love to answer them. Right now, I may not be able to get to you as soon as I'd like because we're in the middle of hunting season. I'm out hopefully chasing animals and helping buddies do the same. So that being said, guys, let's get into today's gear review. Now, I don't have it here because it's massive. It's huge. But I'm going to talk about the Canvas Cutter and why I really like the Dominator 2.0, and then maybe go over some items that would, be beneficial for you. But for me, I've had the Canvas Cutter Dominator 2.0 for a little bit. I've been interested in their sleeping systems for a long time, and just trying to figure out how it would work into my system as far as hunting goes. Because, like I said, guys, I'm still pretty new to this. So I've done everything from truck camping to backpacking in, and just trying to figure out where gear fits in certain scenarios. And in my ideal world, I'd have something for every single scenario possible. I also understand that that's not always feasible for everyone. So, in this specific scenario of having your base camp at the truck, being a mobile hunter, is something that maybe you've heard of, where you're trying to cover a lot of area. You hike in 3-4 miles, maybe you're chasing elk for 10 to 12 miles in a day or more, and then you hike back out in the dark after all the hunting opportunities are done and come back to your truck. You don't necessarily want to set up a tent, and maybe you're out road bugling at night, so you want something that you can easily set up and take down in the dark. It doesn't take a lot of time to do, and this would fit into that particular style of hunting. If you're coming back to your truck every night and you don't necessarily want to set up a huge tent, here we go. So my system is the cot that I put it on, which you can put this on the ground as well. You can put the Canvas Cutter on the ground. I personally am going to use a cot because, it's more comfortable. But if you don't have room in your truck or whatever you're using to pack around, go just throw the Canvas Cutter on the ground. It works just fine that way too. The cot that I'm using is the Teton, I don't remember the exact name, but it's the Teton Sports XXL cot. And that thing is huge. Again, this is for truck camping situations. So you're not backpacking this thing in. This is a awesome cot setup. And then the canvas cutter goes on top of it, fits within the cot just perfectly. So again, I've got the Dominator 2.0 with the full pole system and the mesh. The way that the Dominator comes, and I'll go over some of the stats with you here in a second for those of you that like to nerd out about weight and size, etc. But basically, the Dominator 2.0 it's water resistant. And for me, it's somewhere in between the size of a twin mattress and a full size mattress, where I'm able to roll around, lay on my side. I'm able to scoot up and down. I've been able to move around quite a bit in this sleep system. And I used it especially during a very wet time of year. For some reason, it was really odd in this particular unit that we were elk hunting. It was extremely wet. There's lots of rain, tons of stuff going on there, wind, and these are very water resistant. Now, they're not waterproof, but for me, it was torrential downpours. There was one night where it rained 2 to 3 hours straight, and I didn't get wet. The most that I had inside the canvas cutter was basically some condensation that I had built up overnight because the temperature dropped pretty significantly, and the moisture on the outside of the tent, plus my, I guess, breathing the moisture from, I don't know, sweating, whatever. But I didn't get wet. There was no stream of water. I didn't get rained on. And so the way I've got it set up, again, I've got the cot, and then I have the Dominator 2.0 on top of that. It has let's see here. Let's check this one out. So it's got, I'm trying to see how thick the mattress is. So it's a foam mattress pad. I want to say the mattress pad is like 2 or 3 inches thick. So it's pretty comfortable. I mean, it was super comfortable. My 8-year-old, when we first got it and set it up in the backyard and we're messing around with it, didn't want to get out. It's super comfortable. And then I have the full tent pole system. So there's 2 types of pole systems. Right now, if you go on Canvas Cutter and you buy the full pole system, you actually get the mesh as well, we'll come and talk about that here in a second. But you can go online right now and purchase the full tent system or the full pole system. If you buy the Dominator 2.0 or the Fortress, you'll get the mesh to go along with it. So just remember that. We'll get back to that in a second. But so it's got the foam mattress, the full pole system, which basically what that allows it to do is, if you go with the full tent pole system, it keeps the entire canvas off of your body. So there's a lot of space in there. Again, I could sit there and put my knees at like that angle. I don't know what that's called, but like put my feet flat on the mattress and my knees bent, and I wasn't touching the top of the tent. So super comfortable. It lets the air flow a lot better and keeps the canvas off of your body while you're sleeping in the tent, or the bedroll. And then if you get the other system, which is just the part that keeps basically the canvas off of your face, it would lay on you basically like a regular sleeping bag almost, from the bottom half of your body down. So it just depends on what you're looking to use it for. I personally would highly recommend the full pole system, because again, it allows more breathability, it allows you to move around, it keeps the canvas off of your body directly. Then I have the mesh on top of that. So what the mesh system does is basically allows you to, and for me, I wasn't able to use it during this particular hunt because it was pouring down rain, but there was one evening where it was nice before it started raining. I was able to put the mesh over. So the mesh is another layer inside of the Canvas Cutter bedroll that you can fold the canvas down and have the mesh be between you and bugs, mosquitoes, anything else going on out there. Keeps all of those bugs and mosquitoes and everything else off of you, and you're able to enjoy a nice breeze and look at the stars, basically. Because for me, I absolutely love turning the lights off when I'm out in places where I don't have cell phone service, and I'm able to look at the stars. I mean, there's so many out there. It's ridiculous. It's crazy, the light pollution that we have. Anyway, long story short, That's the mesh system. So that will fit inside the actual bedroll as well, and the full tent pole or the full pole system. So I recommend all of that. I understand those are upgrades, but again, right now, if you get the Dominator 2.0 or the Fortress, which is a little bit smaller, so the Dominator's bigger, the Fortress is a little bit smaller, you will, if you get the full pole system, you also get a free mesh if you go and order right now. And the code, and I'll leave the links down below, guys. The code is Redbeard. There you go. So Redbeard is the code. Go order your canvas cutter. And if you want, over there at Teton Sports, go grab that XXL cot as well. Pretty awesome. If you don't want to order the cot, just go with a canvas cutter. That bedroll will lay right on the ground and be just as comfortable, because again, it's canvas. It's not going to be having, problems where normal air mattresses would possibly get pokes from sticks and everything like that. You can literally lay this thing just on the ground and you're good to go. Again, you want the Dominator 2.0, in my opinion. If you're already truck camping, the weight doesn't matter. You want a little bit extra room that you can wiggle around in at night. I move in my sleep, so that was very nice. And then the full pole system and the mesh. Okay. So with the canvas cutter on each side, so there's 4 zippers total. So on each side, they have these spots where you can leave a gap, which I did every night, even when it was pouring down rain. You can leave a gap on either side, and part of the lip that comes over to cover the zipper actually goes down further over these 2 spots that are by your head in the canvas cutter. And what that allows is for airflow. Even when you have it fully zipped closed, you're able to keep those 2 little spots open so you can get some airflow in and out. Something else that I would recommend personally. So this foam mattress is outstanding, but if you want to increase the longevity, for me personally, again, you're not backpacking this particular one in, I would recommend putting a mattress cover on the foam pad. That's what I did, because 1, it keeps the dirt off. 2, any bugs that get on it, maybe get squished or whatever. You just, when you get home, take it off the foam mattress, wash the mattress cover, and then go back and put it back on. So a mattress cover is something that I'd recommend. I think it's like $10-15 on Amazon. That's what I did, fully waterproof. That way, when I was muddy from being out there in the rain all day, I didn't get the foam mattress actually ruined. And so do what you want with it. I personally, because it was such a thick foam mattress, I unzipped my sleeping bag all the way when I was inside the bedroll. And I used the sleeping bag as basically a blanket. And then I had the layer of the mattress cover in between me and the foam pad. So that would be an upgrade that I'd recommend. They don't sell them on Canvas Cutter. Just go on Amazon, grab a mattress cover. I'll leave a link down below to the one that I ordered. And it worked great. I came home. It was muddy. It was dirty. Pulled it off the foam mattress, threw it in the washer, and it's clean, right? There you go. So let's go over a couple of the details of what this canvas cutter weighs. So the Dominator, I'm just going to read off the screen here off their site. The Dominator 2.0 sleep system measures 84 inches by 34 inches by 17 inches. The weight is 8.6 pounds, 8.65 pounds. You get a water-resistant bedroll, high-quality foam pad, which I can attest to. That thing is super comfortable. And the pole system to have an all-in-one sleep system. It's awesome. And even though here they say water resistant, I'm going to say it's dang near waterproof. I think if it was waterproof, it wouldn't be as breathable. But either way, I was in torrential downpours for multiple nights, and I didn't get wet at all. The only time I got wet was when I stepped out to go pee in the middle of the night. So that's the Dominator 2.0 system. If you go with the Fortress, it is 84 inches, so it's the same length by 30 to 24 inches. So you can get 30 to 24 inches. And then it is 14 to 11 inches. So it's 84 by 30 to 24 by 14 to 11. And it is 6 pounds. So it's 2.65 pounds lighter. I still personally would recommend, again, the Dominator 2.0. If you're using this in the situation that I'm using it, which is truck camping, And when I say truck camping, is hiking in the dark, hunting all day, coming back to the truck at dark, and you want an easy system to set up. You can't get better than this Canvas Cutter. Let's see here. So there's some other ones as well. If you're looking to backpack in, let's take a look here. The Summit. So the Summit is another option. It is significantly cheaper than the Canvas Cutter. Again, I would say I don't have the Summit, so I can't tell you exactly, the durability of it. I haven't used it myself, but here's what the Summit weighs. So it is the Summit is, okay, this is the lighter weight version of the Bedroll. It's going to be nylon rather than canvas. And so it is a 210D ripstop nylon on the bottom and 40D ripstop nylon on the sides and the top. There's a mesh screen built into it, which is black nylon, YKK zippers, straps, nylon webbing, and quick release buckles on it. The dimensions are 30 inches wide at the shoulder and 24 inches at the foot box. The sidewalls are 14 inches at the head, tapering to 11 inches at the foot. The max height at the head is 23 inches. So again, that's going to come with the poles that cross over your face basically. And then it just kind of drapes down to the end of the foot box. So it's like an oversized sleeping bag basically. Let's see. The overall length is still 84 inches. So you still get the same length. And the weight is 2.3 pounds. So that thing is super dang light. Now, the Summit is going to be something that doesn't come with the foam pad. And let's see here. So the Summit with the standard pole system is what it generally comes with. And yeah, that might be a way to go if you're looking for just a bivy sack. So that's basically what it is, guys. I mean, it's called the Summit, but it's basically a bivy sack. You can also get the full tent system with that, or the full pole system with that as well, which will keep the nylon off your feet near the foot box. You're able to have the mesh integrated into it. With this one, though, you do want to bring your own sleeping pad. This does not come with the foam pad, which again, it contributes to the weight, along with it not being canvas. So let's take a look here. All right, yeah. So that's basically the three options as far as the sleep system is concerned. So if you're looking for the lightweight bivy sack, go with the Summit. It's also significantly cheaper. If you're looking for something along those lines, if you're looking for a canvas bedroll, go with in my opinion, just go ahead and go all out. Get the Dominator 2.0 with the foam mattress, the full pole system, which again, if you get the full pole system right now, you get the free mesh to go along with it. So you're able to convert it from basically a waterproof tent. It's not waterproof, it's water resistant, but in my personal experience, it's pretty dang waterproof. From that to being able to open it up and just have the mesh depending on the situation that you're in. So those are the options that you've got with, again, between the Summit, the Dominator, and then the Fortress is kind of that middle ground where it's a little bit smaller than the Dominator. And it's going to be between the Summit and the Dominator 2.0. Any questions that you guys have concerning these bedrolls or the system, let me know. Drop them in the comments down below. I'd love to answer them. I'm loving having this as an option to be able to use by the truck. There's many other things that Canvas Cutter offers. One of them being there's currently a pre-order for the Stronghold wall tent. So if you're looking for a wall tent, if you are into wall tents, maybe you need to upgrade your wall tent, or you're looking at doing them here in the near future, that Stronghold wall tent is amazing. Definitely go check that out. Again, you can use code Redbeard on that. And then, so we've got the canvas bedrolls, the Summit bedroll, and then you have the bags. So you can get a duffel bag. You can also get let's take a look here, the dirt bag. So the dirt bag is an outstanding option for camp chairs, for even using around the house. Guys, I'm telling you, it is a awesome seat. It's basically a bean bag, but better. It's made from the same canvas as the bedrolls, and it's something that can strap onto your back like a backpack. You can carry that around, use it at camp. But if you've ever sat in a beanbag, you definitely understand how comfortable those can be. And I'd tell you, go check out the dirt bag over at Canvas Cutter. Guys, again, any of your things that you order on Canvas Cutter, use code Redbeard. It's going to save you some money over there, and you can get the pre-order again for the Stronghold wall tent, or go with what I'm using, the Dominator 2.0 full pole system mesh, and then of course get the cot to go with it from Teton Sports. That being said, guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Again, if you got something out of this, subscribe. If you want to support the show and you're looking to buy some gear, definitely check out all the links and codes down below. I'm not going to bore you by going over all of them, but in every single one of my episodes, I keep them up to date. So everything from Cryptech to First Phorm Outdoors to here Canvas Cutter. Guys, go check them out. Use the links. Support the show. I really appreciate it. I love the growth that's been happening thanks to you guys. And let's keep going forward. And if you're out hunting, guys, have a blast. Make some memories. Good luck in whatever season it is, whether that be rifle, muzzleloader, archery. Be safe, and make ethical shots, guys. Live up to the standard of being a hunter. And let's provide for our families and have an amazing time in this magical time of year here in September, October, and going into the winter. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you have an outstanding rest of your day. And of course, get out, live your life, and love it.